I'm Jackie Viramontez, and I'm an EFT practitioner and energy therapist. And today I want to focus on the number one thing that gets in the way of achieving our goals, and that's that self-deprecation, mean football coach voice that we have in our head that springs up whenever we start a new project. So if you struggle with an inner critic, this is a video that you should definitely listen to. So what to do is grab a pen and paper or just think in your mind about what goes on in your head when you are about to step into a new project, say an idea, start a new goal, things like that. What is the number one criticism or self-deprecation you hear? Write that down. And then I want you to say it out loud. And notice where you feel it in your body. How do you feel? Does it make you feel self-conscious? Does it make you feel motivated? Does it make you feel small? How does it make you feel? And just notice where you're feeling it in your body, if it's your stomach or your head. Okay, and now we're going to begin tapping. So we're just going to tap on the face points, right on the simple face points. If you have different points that you like to tap, feel free. Or if you like to start with the karate chop like this, feel free to do that. Just for simplicity, I'm going to tap through the face points as I talk. Okay, so zoning in on that inner critic and the moments that trigger it. Start tapping on the eyebrow point. So here I am. And I can hear my inner critic loud and clear. I can hear that good cop, bad cop, and right now it's all bad. All I want to do is start a new goal, and all I can hear is my inner critic. That damn inner critic. And it says the most horrifying things. It's not motivating. It is definitely not a motivating critic. It motivates me through fear, but that's about it. And it says so many nasty things. It says, I'm not good enough, you're lazy, you should be somewhere else, you should be much further than you are here. You should. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to do 2 rounds and just say all the shoulds your inner critic is saying. You should have done. You should already have. You should be more. You should be less this. Should, all day, every day, it never stops. I'm going to just honor this inner critic. Clearly it has a lot more to say, and it could go on and on and on. And honestly, it doesn't help me. This inner critic does not help me at all. But for some reason, I can't seem to let it go. No matter what I do, where I am, how wise and aware I become, this inner critic is just as loud. And it sneaks up at opportune moments, telling me how inadequate I am, how not prepared I am, how small I am, yada yada, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna honor that that's how my brain works. Okay, take a deep breath. Nice job. You might be feeling more emotion at all the voices that come up. You might need to listen to it again and get it out. But I want you to think about that moment that triggers your inner critic, whether it's stepping into new territory or anytime you present your work to the world. Think about the inner critic and see if the voice is a little quieter or if it has new attributes. And I want you to pause and just voice the new attributes, voice any feelings that are coming up. But for now, if the resistance and the energy around it feels lower and a little bit more calm, we're going to go into a positive round to close it out. So, tapping through the points. So there I can see it, my inner critic. It's really loud, and it's been with me for a really long time. Maybe it's thought it was helping me. Maybe thought it was motivating me. But it's been there for a very long time. And I'm just going to honor that. I'm going to honor that I was taught to be harsh on myself. My parents were harsh. My teachers were harsh. My coaches were harsh. My friends or siblings were harsh. And they would point out all my flaws. And that's how they thought they'd motivate me to change. It worked for them. But it's not really working for me now. I used to listen to it, and I used to listen to them because I had to. I had to listen to my parents. I had to listen to my friends because I cared about their opinion. But honestly, I don't really care anymore. I don't care about their opinion, and I don't care about their criticism. And even if I do, I sure as hell don't want to live by it. So I honor all the voices in my head, past and present, fake and real, all the voices that tell me I'm less. Because in the end, those voices mean one thing. They mean I'm listening to someone other than myself about who I am, which is just not smart. So even though I have these voices, and even though they're still really loud, and even though I can't imagine ever not listening to these voices and these criticisms, I'm going to make a vow to myself and to all my goals that I'm going to take action based on who I want to be, not on who everyone else has said I am and am not. That would feel shocking, to only live who I wanted to be. I'm sorry, it would be shocking to not listen to the criticism. That would be a new evolution for me. That would be a new lifestyle for me. It would be a completely new lifestyle for me to not listen to my inner critic. It would be revolutionary. It doesn't seem possible. It does not seem possible to not listen to my inner critic because it was so loud. And maybe it will always be loud. But what if it's only loud because I listen to it? What if the less I listen to my inner critic, the less I listen to my judge, the less I listen to all the voices that have told me to be small, maybe the less loudly it will speak. Who knows, maybe it'll give up altogether. What I do know is I'm a better person when I don't listen to my inner critic. When I don't live by the voices who have told me to live less. Because the truth is, in my heart of hearts, that I'm made for pretty big things. At least bigger than this inner critic would have to say for me. And I'm going to take baby steps every single day, no matter how hard it is, to listen to my hope and my goals and my future. I'm going to take baby steps every day to replace my judgment with encouragement, my slander with good coaching, my insecurity with trust, and replace every last bit of that inner critic with an inner cheerleader or motivator or mentor Because in the end, however motivated I was by avoiding failure, I know that success comes from heading towards a goal, not from avoiding failure. So this might be brand new for me. It might be totally different, but I'm excited for this difference. I'm excited to live based on what I want, not what I want to avoid. Whew. One more round. I'm excited, and I deserve, and I'm grateful for all my goals. I deserve my goals. They're God-given goals, and I'm going to move towards them no matter what anyone says, no matter what I say, no matter what my fears are, because people have achieved more working with a lot less. So I will no longer let my limitations stop me. I will just let them motivate me forward. Okay. Nice. If you look back at your inner critic and look back at your trigger, you might find that you feel less triggered and less overwhelmed. You also might feel a little more positive and hopeful. If not, I encourage you to pause this and voice all the negative emotions that are coming up for you, and then end with the positive round. Okay, so it does not help to tell yourself all your limitations, and some of the most successful people in history have been people without degrees, without qualifications, who weren't as good or prestigious or intelligent as their rivals and competitors, but they succeeded because they just had the willpower and they made the choice. So today, make the commitment to choose what you want and to please, please, please say F you, literally, to all the voices that tell you you're less, because you really don't need them and they don't know what they're talking about. All right, so enjoy, and I will see you next week.